Hello everyone, welcome back to another reading vlog. So as you can tell from the title already, I am going to be reading Wild Love by Elsie Silver. So I've read Chestnut Springs by Elsie Silver. She is one of my favorite authors. And I think Flawless and Reckless, those two were my favorite. The first book, it just introduced me to this cowboy romance genre. I've never read that genre before, so I think that's why I liked that book better than the rest of the books. But I'm excited to see what happens in this book. I obviously know that it's single dad and it is small town romance. I saw like the trope list and I immediately wanted to read it, but I had exams and I had to wait. And it's been on my TBR for a while now, but I just hadn't had the time because I'm reading Zodiac Academy right now. I've read like 6 books and I can't stop reading. I just took a break from Zodiac Academy because I needed that. It's very emotionally draining. So much happens in that book. I needed a break from Zodiac Academy, so I thought I will read Wild Love. So as you guys know, throughout this vlog, I will be sharing my thoughts and how I feel about the characters, and it will be full spoilers because I don't know how people actually film reading vlogs without spoilers. Like, what else do you talk about without giving spoilers? I will talk about everything that happens, everything that I feel. I will share a few quotes, and if I think something's funny, and if you guys don't think that is funny, you just have to listen to me talk about it because I think it's funny. Also, I had to show this to you guys. My cousin painted this for my birthday. It's Velaris. If you don't know what Velaris is, I'm pretty sure most of the people know what Velaris is by now. It's from Akatar. It's the night coat Velaris. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? I actually cried when I saw this. So pretty. So pretty. I wish I could paint like this. Okay, so I was supposed to start reading in the morning, but I just procrastinated the entire day. I can't read in the mornings. I can read only when I'm traveling or at night. Because I think in the night everything is just so quiet. It just hits differently. So that's what I did. I procrastinated so that I could start the book in the night. I just read the dedication and I already love the dedication. So the dedication goes like, for all the women who figured out that good enough isn't actually enough, and for those of you who are still looking for more, it's out there, you'll find it. And if not, don't worry, there's always Ford Grant. And also, I just found out that he's a billionaire. See, I knew that this was like single dad trope and this was small town, but I didn't know he was a billionaire. And billionaires just do it differently, and you guys know it. So I'm already excited and will give you guys an update in a while. So there's brother's best friend, there's single dad, there's billionaire. So basically all the tropes that I like. And small town, let's not forget small town. So he's just moving into this new place which is called Rose Hill. I think he's opening up his own studio. That's what's happening. Okay, so apparently he got named Ford Grant, he got named as the world's hottest billionaire. So he's having a conversation with his friend and he goes like, I hate you. So the friend goes like, nah, you love me. I'm the sunshine to your grumpy. He goes like, what is that? And he's like, it's a thing in romance books. I love reading about friendships. If you guys didn't already know that, I love it. I love it more than reading about the actual romance. So I don't like Rosie's boss. I think his name is Stan. I hate him. And I also don't like her current boyfriend. I think his name is Ryan and I don't like him. Soon to be ex-boyfriend, I hope. I mean, we all know that. This guy, he's saying all the wrong things. Okay, so Rosie's boss basically like grabbed her ass or something during the meeting. This guy who's supposed to be her boyfriend goes like, shit Rosie, I'm sorry, I know how important this job is to you. Do you think it might be better to pretend like it never happened? What the I'm so mad. Proceeds to say these big companies, they stay as far away from a scandal as possible, and it's still a relatively new position for you. I'd hate to see that jeopardized. And he goes like, I'm glad you agree. I think I'd just carry on with my work if I were you. One tight slap I'll give you if I was me. I think she's about to get fired, even though it's not her fault. But I think it's a good thing because that means she is going to move back to Rosal and she's going to meet Fort Grant. It sucks to be her right now, but I'm just gonna tell her that it's going to be fine. She's going to meet Fort Grant. Okay, so I finished like 40 pages yesterday and I started reading Zodiac Academy because I was in the middle of the book. I had to know what is going to happen. And morning I started Wild Love. I have finished 100 pages now. I like the vibes. I love the characters so far. I am not as invested as I would loved to be. They were having this conversation and she goes like, music to my ears, Junior. Oh, she calls him Junior. Haven't heard how right I am in a while. And he goes like, Rosie is studious and bright, and even though she's a grade A shit talker, she's an exceptional human. I know she is. Who the fuck has been telling her she's anything other than right? You know what I like? I like that Grant and Rosie, they have a bit of a history together, and it's cute that every time they do something that reminds them of each other when they were younger, and that's very cute. I'm going to be reading as much as I can until 6:45, 7ish, because at 7 o'clock I have to go to my dance class, and this is my first day. I'm pretty nervous about it, and I will give you guys an update of how it goes after I come back. I'll see you guys later. Where did that accent come from? Later. It's later. I'll see you guys later. Okay, so I am back from my dance class. It was very tiring for me because it was the first day. I was so tired that after the class, I had to stop to drink some rose milk or tea or something. And I drank rose milk in some tea shop, and I'm still tired. I will rest for a while because I need to. I'm so tired. After that, I will start reading again. I have to say I love the girl dad energy that Ford is giving right now. So basically Ford recently found out that he has a daughter and her name is Cora. Okay, so basically Ford and Cora's relationship is that they bicker and they have this banter and they like to tease each other and taunt each other. But for the first time, they're like sitting in front of the lake and the fire is lit and he just got her a blanket and they're having like a proper conversation, and it makes me feel warm. It's just cute and it's nice. Basically, Rosie goes, "You're different," and he replies with "So are you," and she goes like, "Probably a good thing, right? Didn't like me much when we were kids, if I remember correctly." And he goes like, "You're not remembering correctly, Rosie." I like to read big paragraphs and all that, but these one-liners, they just do something to me. He just said, "You're not remembering correctly, Rosie," and I started giggling. It was a serious giggle, let me tell you. Okay, serious giggle is not a thing, but I'm trying to convince you guys that I actually giggled. You know what just happened? Rosie asked Ford if he was single, and he goes like, "Yes, are you?" Then she replies, "I don't know." And then he looks straight into her eyes and he says, "Next time you ask me that, make sure you are." Okay, I'll stop. I'll probably go sleep right now. I'm very sleepy. Okay, so I'm like 200 pages in. It took me a while to get into the book, but like I am thoroughly enjoying it right now. And there are a few things that I would like to mention. Like, can we talk about the journals and the emails? They're so cute. So there's this thing where she gives a page of her journal for him to read every now and then, and he goes like, "The journal entry is fascinating but all wrong. I was at home when you called that night and I broke every speed limit to get to you." So Rosie also admitted that she punched someone in the face and broke her thumb just because she said Ford could be hot if he lost the glasses and found a personality. So clearly they're in love with each other and they're just so scared to admit it to each other because, you know, there are several other factors that are involved. But like, I'm very excited to see what happens. Okay, so Ford is jealous that Ryan is here. Ryan is Rosie's ex-boyfriend and they broke up, okay? They broke up. But then Ford doesn't know that and he's jealous. Okay, so Ford just kissed Rosie and he goes like, "I'm sorry." She goes like, "No, you're not." And he goes like, "No, I'm not." Oh my god. Villa is in town. Villa, Villa. She's trying to convince Ford that West wouldn't mind Rosie and Ford dating. And she does that in the most Villa way possible. She goes like, "Pardon my French, but fuck West. No, seriously, you've never been weird about me dating a guy. Haven't walked around like you have some sort of claim over my body or life." He goes like, "Never figured you'd meet someone nuts enough to take you on." So Ford is not concerned about West finding out that he is in love with Rosie, but then he's now concerned about him being the boss and her being the employee. And he goes like, "I'm sorry about last night." Rosie laughs and she's like, "I'm not. And I know you're lying." Like, Ford, stop it. We all know that you're in love with her. Just do something about it already. I will tell you why Ford Grant is a green flag. So basically, he asked Rosie what she was currently reading. This is the flashback. This happened when they were way younger and they're like teenagers at this point. She tells that she's reading this 5-star romantasy book. Okay, he actually read those books just because Rosie loved those books. And he didn't even judge her for it. Usually, there's a lot of judgment around people reading romance and fantasy or romantasy, and he did not do that. And that's exactly why he's a green flag. The thing that we have to talk about is how Ford is trying to figure out this parent thing because he just found out that he's a dad and he has a child. He clearly doesn't know what to do and how to do it. And he's generally a overthinker. He worries about everything. And Rosie understands him so well. She knows when to give him space and when to just be there for him. I love scenes with Ford and Cora together. It's just so wholesome. Like the three of them figuring everything out and Rosie helping Ford with it. Ford just got Rosie's favorite onion chips. Like he imported them for her. And honestly, it's the small things in life. Ford and his college friends, they found this app called Gramophone, which has something to do with music. After a while, he got kicked out of the board by his own friends. And I want to punch someone now. That is why he doesn't want to mess his friendship with West by dating Rosie. Now it all makes sense. I was like, it's not that serious. You know what I mean? Like, why is he so scared to make a move on Rosie? Like, West wouldn't mind. I'm pretty sure because West is such a softie. I love West and I can't wait to read his book, which is Wild Something, the orange one. I get why he doesn't want to date Rosie because he thinks that by doing this, he will lose his one loyal friend that he has right now. So remember Rosie's journal? So apparently that journal had a key. So Ford still has that key and he wears it as a pendant. And it's been 10 years that he's worn it as a pendant. 10 years? And you still haven't told her that you love her? Wow. Ford basically told Rosie that Cora might move back with her mom after she is recovered from her depression. But I don't want her to move back with her mom. I don't know, that makes me sad. They have like a good thing going on. I like their dynamic with the three of them together, Ford, Rosie, and Cora, and I just want it to stay like that. But I guess it won't. Or maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see. I get that Ford has a lot of trauma from his past, but him being so hot and cold is actually annoying me. Like, he can't be like, oh, I can't live without you and all that to Rosie, and the next second he's like, no, oh, I'm your boss. I can't do this to Best, all that. Like, shut up. Either you want her or you don't want her. Like, don't be so hot and cold. So Ford basically told West that he's in love with his sister, and West's reaction is so funny. He goes like, yeah, I know, I've met you before. And then he goes, like I just said, you're a huge dog and Rosie is an oblivious hurricane. You might be the only two people in the world who didn't already know this. Okay, so basically West got arrested because he was the one who was serving the notice paper every time Stan had to move, because Ford kept buying every building that he moved into. And Ford basically told what happened with Rosie and Stan at her previous office to West. She is mad at Ford for saying something to West. Like, why? Because West is your brother. Like, you're okay telling that piece of information to Ford and not your own brother. I don't get it. Also, she made this statement that I think is like pretty rude. She goes like, right, well, one of you is sitting in a police station and the other is lounging around in $1,000 a night boutique hotel room. Forgive me for missing the team aspect of this venture. Like, whatever Ford did, he did that for Rosie. And I think this statement is pretty rude. The entire thing is dumb, really. So I'm not liking the plot. Again, if you think about it from Rosie's perspective, it was her secret to share. The entire thing of why she lost her job at the first place was because Stan had more power than her in terms of the hierarchy in the company. But like, I get why Ford did what he did, and I get why Rosie is mad. Like, she's mad because West is in jail and he has two kids that he has to take care of. She's just worried about that. And then just not thinking about the consequence and doing the entire thing is what pissed her off. I get it. I get it. But if they break up over this, then that aspect I don't like. Just like work things out. So Ford put a small sign called Rosie's dog in front of the lake. Even though it's on his property, he just lied to her saying that no, it's her dog. And he put a small sign called Rosie's dog. So cute. I can't. So they're talking about how Cora has invited 10 of her friends and they're hanging out in the same room as they used to hang out when they were kids. It's Rosie, Ford, and West. Like, it's such a full circle moment. It's just so wholesome. Ford just proposed Rosie and then he got her a pink ring because pink is her favorite color. That is so cute. So I finished reading Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I have mixed feelings about it. The journals, the emails, they were adorable and there was a lot of things that I found cute, like the childhood frenemies aspect of it. But then at the same time, I don't know, it was not like the other stuff that I've read from Elsie Silver. She has better books than this, for sure. I would rate it like 3.8 or 3.9. I would still recommend this, but I would not read this book first if you're just getting into Elsie Silver. But then it's still a good book, but not my favorite. Overall, I would say it was mid for me. I really like Ford and Rosie, but then something was missing for me. I really wanted to love this book. It was just not it. If you want me to make more reading vlogs and if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.